Daddy, daddy.
Copyright claimed.
Woo! No, YouTube's gonna be like, listen, we chose not to copyright you because your singing fucking sucks. Hey, we're back. Cross ExAnime, episode 80. We're back with the best shows of the season. We're doing the B list, so we got Kaguya-Sama, Love is War. We have shit.
Love After World Domination.
Yeah, you're gonna have to say them all because I got the character sheet up.
Oh yay!
Anyway, Shikimori's Just Not a Cutie. I know that title.
Not just a cutie.
Not just a cutie. Sorry, but she's
And
so cute though.
Aharen-san wa Hakarenai.
Listen, this week is just so fucking adorable with all the shows.
This week is basically rom-com week.
It was a total accent. I 100% swear. Because I was looking at, like, to be fair, I horribly misread live charts times. Because I read, episode 3 is coming out in, like, 8 hours. It's like, no, episode 3 is out, and then the next one's out in, like, so many hours. I'm like, ooh, so there are some that have 4 episodes or some that have 3. We're just going to 3 episodes on each of them.
Yeah, because
Aharen-san's the only one with 4. Everything else has 3.
Yes,
I think one of them comes out technically today. So we're gonna start with everyone's favorite, Kaguya-Sama, Love is War. Hey, it's the same shit. Let's move on. Okay, so we have listen, we're back with the gang.
It's good.
It starts out with oh my god, it's so fucking good.
Hold on. Before starting out, episode 3, for whatever reason, A1 decides to start flexing animation for 3D spatial stuff. Unnecessary. It was one of those
wait, which part?
The coin scene stuff where they're doing the 3D spatial animated stuff where it's it's cool, but it seems real unnecessary. But
can I say something about is it the ending where they're in that combat scenario where she's
yes.
That is Starship Troopers.
Yes.
1 for 1. It's
it's so cool. Everyone's like, yes.
Well, the first time watching, I'm like, okay, they're running around. Then they get in the pods to land. I'm like, I wonder why that ship looked familiar. That is 100% Starship Troopers. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's the Federation of whatever their school name is. And it's and then he jumps for her. I'm like, I don't remember that in the fucking Starship Troopers, but I guess it works.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
hands off the table.
There's even
you can't get me for copyright if you do that shit.
If I remember correctly, there's also so that's a reference to Starship Troopers.
That is
there's
1-to-1.
Well, there's a double reference to actually what Shirogane says in the show, where I think in one of the season 1 that he would never want to be a bamboo farmer, and that's what he is in that. And it's man, they're doing a couple layers in the ending. It's real good, but
the thing is, it throws you off because the ending starts with him with a crashed plane, and he's all dressed. I'm he's a good-looking man. Then it goes to here's the United Federation of their school, and I'm like, what? They're shooting bugs? What the fuck? And it's he jumps for it. And I'm
yeah, you also
the ending is so on point. It's
you also
so
get
good.
bald Chica, which is
then she takes off she gets shot down. I was ugh, and then takes off because she's got to be the captain of whatever, or the major, I think is what he actually is.
And the opening is also good. I'm so glad they keep bringing back those two to sing the opening.
What's her name?
Huh?
What's her name?
I don't know hers or his name. Wow. Do you?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're so good.
They are.
You okay there, buddy?
Sorry, I got the hiccups. I could recognize them by what they look like, but that's about it.
What's even funnier? They have another cameo in the show, in season 1 where they're doing the Kaguya-Sama, da da da, and she pulls the bow back to shoot. There's a scene where she's really strong because she used to be in an archery club. Then they do a triple take of it starting like that. I'm I wonder if they just pulled it directly from that. It's nope, they just reanimated that, but it looks very similar. I was good on them for not reusing stuff on them.
I don't know how many seasons Kaguya's going to get. Realistically, probably 5 or 6.
They can do so much with it on there.
I hope that both of them do the opening for every single one of them. I know that guy's getting old. He's 60 something,
but he's still got it.
I hope
he's still got it, man.
That man's voice is smooth whiskey.
You know what'd be sad? He dies right before the final season. She sings it
Shut
herself, and then it's the ending.
Look, I don't know her name. but she's got a hell of a set of lungs on her. I sent you that live performance of her doing that,
was
and it's like
good.
Yes, it's that gif
You mean
of that.
yes?
No, it's that
like,
gif of that dude where it's like,
the America's Got Talent, dude.
Yeah, it's like it's good. It's real good.
God. So no, I will say my favorite part of all these episodes. It's not the cheating episode. It's the headphone episode.
Yeah.
When her headphones so basically.
Well, I like the coin one. That was
the
a
coin
good
one is
episode.
super.
It was like
they're all good. Is the problem? The show is just so good on so many levels. But there's this scene in is it episode 1?
Yes.
Where like
it's the starting scene.
Shijo Maki Shijo sits down. She hates Ishigami. I didn't tell you his name.
No, you're Ino.
Oh, I'm confusing. Sorry, they look similar. Give me a break. But it's like Ishigami and Ino. So they're in the club room. Ino comes to sit down. Oh, they always hate each other. There was no love between them two, which reflects later on. Goes to plug in her headphones to listen to music. Listen to music. Ishigami is just like, okay, fine, whatever. Then he starts hearing nature music. He's like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's her listening to her music. It's all right. Then it immediately goes to like what a lion's roar on there, and then it switches to like a boy love. You're the best. You can do this, Ino. And Ishigami's like, she doesn't realize this. How do I tell her? Like, I'll just pretend like nothing happens. And the president walks in. The whole club walks in. He's like, oh, I gotta cover for this somehow because she's about to get back on her phone. And he's like, I can save her. Puts on his headphones, slightly leaves it unplugged, plays something kind of cringy on there, kind of not.
Yeah.
Almost saves her.
Mm-hmm.
And then
she like, oh, what kind of idiot does that? Immediately hits play. And
it's like, the boy love thing still. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, God, it's so fucking.
That's great.
It's just quality humor.
I do even like the references back to things because you have that and the building tension and arguments like between them. And then you, in episode 2, get the Shirogane and her friend to try to get them to like each other.
Oh, yeah. It's like the ultimate plan to make them like each other.
Yeah, and it's basically like relationship type games. And
it's like what you see on a Japanese game show type thing.
And then eventually she's like, well, her friend is like, well, you two just love each other. Then it's like...
They switch into like a video game voice.
Yeah,
like,
they have existential crisis.
I like you a lot, Ishigami. Yes, I know. I like you, Ishigami. Yes, I know.
And then even in episode 3, the cheating like stuff.
He's cheating on me. Yeah. How do you think? Yeah. He went shopping with another woman.
Kaguya, and I don't have her name on this list because she's not one of those.
Oh, she's not one of them.
No, she's like the friend that like, oh, I have a boyfriend that appears every so often. It's like he's cheating on me, and Kaguya's like for it.
Isn't that Shinjo?
No.
Oh no, that's the one that she thinks is cheating.
Yeah, and that's also like Kaguya's cousin twice removed.
Twice removed.
Weird
like,
shit.
Well, there was even that passive like, yes, respect your elders, and Kaguya is like, yes.
Yeah, but
know your place, filth.
Yeah. Kaguya like starts saying some stuff that really like, and eventually just like turns away to like listen to her BL stuff, and it's like good callbacks, good callbacks, like, and we're keeping things like super consistent.
Just so good though with how they do that.
Also, Hayasaka, best girl, still.
Hayasaka, best girl.
Yeah. Like the karaoke stuff, come on now. She's like,
you do find out that the president is still fucking terrible.
Yes,
because Chika has a PTSD moment. It's like Hayasaka's like his karaoke. It hurts emotionally. It's like a slug singing, and then Chika's like,
she's like, I want to go home. Like, all right.
I love how Kaguya put Hayasaka up to like finding out info. Then Hayasaka's basically trying to like convince president to like make love to her, and then she gets jealous and then calls Chika. It's like, let's go sing karaoke, and I feel so sorry for Chica because she's so fucking dumb.
She's not dumb.
She's dumb.
To a certain degree, she's also very manipulative. Like, she can get people to do kind of whatever she wants.
Oh, I completely forgot.
I'm pretty sure her parents are politicians.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're going to talk a lot about probably Kaguya because it's so good and so much shit happens. The arm wrestling part of that episode, Chica's a fucking cheater.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering why she was doing this. I was like, what is this? Is she just like getting ready? And then Kaguya's like, you cheated. You moved your hand up so no one would notice. Yeah. So you have more leverage. And I'm like, oh shit, I guess that makes sense. And then the president just fucking wipes the floor with her.
Yeah. The Ishigami
and then Chica were both losers.
Yeah.
Here's your little sash.
Ino and Ishigami did arm wrestling. And it's like, man, Ishigami has like no muscle at all. That man can't hang.
Well, he was like talking about how he was on a varsity sports club team, and it's like, varsity what? Like, to be fair, in our high school, chess was considered a sports club.
Yeah, it was lame though.
Yeah, lame.
Not
that any of them watched it. Dude, the whole Kaguya in sure, I just call him president because everyone calls him president on there. When they're doing their arm wrestling, it's just they're using it as an excuse to basically hold hands on there. It's like,
they're like, not a it's neck and neck, and it's like,
no. What did they call her? They call her the Dirt Queen or
like
Muscle Princess.
Yeah,
because she basically they find out like call her out on it, and she's like, boom, smashing him. It's like, good, no one will suspect anything. Now we're gonna call you the Muscle Princess, and then the president calls her Muscle Queen.
Yeah. God, there's just
texting. Is that what you're about to mention? Oh my!
Read receipts and not being able to understand that. It's like
he had her, but luckily Hayasaka was there to fucking save Kaguya.
Fucking rich people.
I mean, Prez explains that like there was red receipts, and he acts like, I caught you. What do you have to say? Sorry, her text messages are pre-screened beforehand. I'm like, of course they got that fucking cop out of that there.
Yeah.
Fucking course. God, what does this show have rating wise? It's got it definitely deserves like a 9.
It's
like
very good.
If I could give it a 10, I'd probably give it a 10.
I wouldn't give it a 10. It is.
I mean, 9 is perfect, but I want to give it a 10, but it's not quite Full Metal Alchemist levels. But
all of like the skits, I don't think any of them are currently lacking, and. Like, even the most recent episode, like I said, for whatever reason, A1 was doing some real weird shit with the animation
style. I guess we
style.
even talk about the coin stuff, how, like, Kaguya was basically...
Shirogane fucking, like, sleight of hand switched because he also was thinking of the years of the coins.
Like, if you go back and look at it, you do see him put his hand in his pocket, then put the coin there, and I'm like, they even animated it, they even thought this out. Yeah. You know what, Platinum Ends? This is how you fucking do a show with continuity. This is how you fucking do it. Fucking still salty about that show.
Yeah. You also just get like good gags with some of that where, what was it? Like the last one where it's like, who wasn't being super truthful or something like that. It's like, Chika, Ishigami, and Ino were all over, or Kaguya was all like, all right. No one gets to win.
Just in case anyone's lying, I brought a polygraph. This is why you don't get invited to parties.
All right. We could talk about Kaguya forever.
Yeah. Well, no, there was one more thing I want to mention. They're kind of like the group together is just strong. You know what else this group is together?
I thought you always, man.
So, I mean, you know what other group is strong? Love After World Domination. I'm going to go ahead and say it. You need to watch this. Here's the plot, Justice. Hear me out. Right? Do you like the Power Rangers?
Not really.
Them fighting words. So, it's literally the Power Rangers. Hang on. Let me pull up their names. So, I got to pull this up. You'll love it. So, we have a few main characters. We have Fudo and Asumi. Those are the two main characters. So, he wears a red suit, right? Red Power Ranger-esque suit. What do you think his name is?
chocolate thunder. I don't fucking know.
Close. Red gelato. Each one of the Power Ranger looking people have names that end in gelato. I don't know why, but then at one point you see the professor with ice cream, and I assume it's gelato. This isn't gelato a type of like ice cream looking shit?
Can be, yeah.
This is what they say. Red shows up. The aroma of strawberry. The flavor of justice. Red gelato. Blue shows up. The aroma of soda. The flavor of courage. Blue gelato. Yellow shows up. The aroma of lemon. The flavor of life. Yellow gelato. Pink shows up. Care to guess what she is? The aroma of
pussy.
I hate you. This is a family-friendly show.
Whatever.
Despite the check mark I hit, that's not made for kids. The aroma of peach, the flavor of love, pink gelato. And then green shows up. The aroma of
Watermelon?
No, I'll give you one more guess.
Mango.
Pistachio. Come on, man. I don't know what. The aroma of pistachio, the flavor of peace, green gelato. Together they are freezing Sentai Gelato 5. It's like an ice cream themed Power Ranger team. And our main character boy, Fudo, is a high school student. They make him seem like he's like a young adult, but nope, high school student that fell in love with the Sumi, the main bad character. She's like she's how do I explain it?
Use your words.
I can't. It's just so fucking adorable because it starts the episode of them on a date. They're literally on a date together. They're like getting all flustered over like, should we, dare I say, hold hands? It's like, how scandalous. Holding hands? We can't do that. Because none of them have been in a relationship before because all they cared about before was just like basically working out, having protein, and like being a bad guy or a good guy on there. It's weird, but it works. It like you sit there and like, oh, it's so adorable. You know, like you get flustered for them. Okay, I forgot. You don't have emotion, so fuck you. Just don't have emotion. I don't cry at things.
Laughing's an emotion. I was laughing pretty good at some Aharen like visual gags.
I mean, yeah, but so they're on their date, and every time someone else of Fudo's team shows up, they have to pretend like, so they're on their date, and they have to pretend what they're doing is like, oh shit, we're in a fight. Because at one point, they're like holding hands, leaning in for a kiss. And it's like, how do we make this look like a fight? Headbutt, knockout, no. Because, God, I love this show so much, Justice. I don't know how to explain how much I fucking love this show and how much you should watch this show. Because, like, you get the flashback of Fudo. He runs into Desumi. Desumi wears the fucking, let me see if I can click on a picture. She wears the most scandalous fucking shit in the show. God damn it, there isn't a picture of it. Like, literally her costume is, how do I describe it? It's like a cape. She's wearing like lingerie, like basically lingerie, like panties and like a bra. You know what I mean? Like it's got like the bra thing. It's like lingerie there. And I'm like, Desumi's supposed to also be like high school age, but they don't really specify it on there. Like the evil organization, it's like Gekko, like Gekko. She's part of. It's cool, but it's also like it's very Power Rangers-esque. Like every fight is a Power Rangers thing. Like they all show up, they're like, red gelato, go, blue gelato, go, yellow gelato, go. And then they start fighting, and then they win in a Power Rangers type thing because like the giant bear that's also on the bad guy team passes out. He's like, okay, Desumi, let's retreat. And she's like, no, I'm being beat up by Fudo over here all by ourselves. Like, we're going to solo fight over here. And then they have like a picnic while the rest of the team's off fighting the bad guys.
I looked it up. I can see what you're talking about. Her outfit.
Yeah, her outfit is just like...
It's evil.
Oh, yeah. There's a scene where there's literally just her ass in frame while they're talking like, come on, this was like a wholesome show for a little bit. Now you got to do this shit to me. Because they're...
Christians are in shambles.
I know. My moral values are gone. Let me ask you, Justus, because this is an important plot point in episode 3. Let's say you're going on a date, right? What is a good first date idea?
I don't know. I've never had one.
Well, if you were to... God, it's all depressing now. If you were to take someone on a first date, doesn't matter how bad or good the idea is, because this will be worse. What do you think would be... What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I've totally been on a date.
With the Lord? OG.
No. I
Just
mean,
think of one.
movie is pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Dinner
Movie, right?
Yeah.
Nah, you're fucking wrong. We're going to go to the gym and work out all day. Then we're going to do like a 10-kilometer run. Then for dinner, we're going to have protein bars.
Some people are into that shit, man.
That was his first date on there because the professor doesn't know. So his name's Big Gelato. I don't know. I don't know what the point of the gelato thing is. They don't specify it at all. They just do it. But Professor finds out, he's like, ooh, Fudo, you seem different today. What's up? He's like, I've fallen in love. He's like, my boy's finally fallen in love. He just doesn't love coming to the gym all day. You know what, boy? Whatever you need, I got you. And Fudo's like, I don't know if it'll work out. And Professor says, don't worry. I'll take the fall for anything. Not knowing he's dating like the second in command bad guy on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
So they go on a date. Right? And how to describe it? It's just so adorable. They like, Desumi and Fudo want to go on a date. Desumi's bad guy team is going to attack an amusement park. And the only reason why is because they're in a board meeting of like, okay, guys, we gain power off people having a bad time. How can we like get the most bad time? She's like, oh, we could attack like a nice lake that has picnic spots. No, we'll attack something else. Oh, we could like attack a nice restaurant where you can go and eat. No, what's with all these dating sites? Stop, Desumi. She's like, what if we attack an amusement park where people can have fun and go on dates? And he's like, no, stop. What's with all these date sites? And then the bear's like, no, it's a good idea. We can ruin a lot of people's days. So they all show up. Desumi and Fudo go to fight, and then they just disappear, and then they go on a date around the park while there's a fight going on in the middle of the park. It's just so adorable.
That's lame. They're taking advantage of their job.
I mean, they still fight crime, but it's just so adorable. But there is a point where the Fudo's team shows up, and Desumi has to pretend like he beat her, and she like basically just lays on the ground. It's like, oh, Fudo, there you are. What happened? You beat her. He's like, I beat her. What are you doing? She's like, laying on the ground. They interview him. He's like, so, do you have a girlfriend, Fudo? He's like, I kind of do. She's nice. She's sweet. She's beautiful. And she's on the ground, like, blushing. And it's like, oh, it's so fucking adorable, dude. You need to fucking watch it.
No.
Please.
No, dude. Hey, plenty of rom-coms that I'm watching already. Also,
even the cat talks. Kind of.
It's not my Yoda.
The cat directed it.
Yeah, whatever.
There is a point where he goes to infiltrate. I got one last thing, and then we'll move on. I swear, it's just so adorable. It's so fucking adorable, dude. Oh wait. Masaki, she's yellow gelato, Yellow Ranger, basically. It's voiced by Nini Hida. That's the squirrel from Skeleton.
Nene?
Yeah, I recognize it because she looks kind of like the actress from that. Whatever, sorry. No, there's a point where he has to infiltrate the enemy base and get intel. Fudo does. He uses it as an opportunity to see Desumi. After that whole thing, there's a whole plot point where Fudo doesn't know how to use a phone, so he gives her Fudo gives Desumi his phone number. It's his home phone, and his mother answers. And she's like, listen, you're going to have to get a smartphone. And the dude has to learn how to use a smartphone on there. And he's at one point, he's like, hey, Siri. It's like, text Desumi, hey, how's it going? What's the weather outside today? Hey, can you make an appointment? But he says it all at once, and Siri's like, I don't know what's going on here. What do you want from me? Mm-hmm. It felt more realistic with someone that's never used a phone on there. But, I mean, the show is pretty cute and adorable. But you know who's not a cutie? Shikimori's just not a cutie.
Not just
a cutie.
So
listen, man, I needed a transition somehow. All I gotta say,
I have a gripe. Hang
on, can I guess what your gripe is?
You should know exactly what the gripe is.
Why is the dad so much older than the mother on there? Dude is fucking ancient.
Well, yes, I was gonna say. Why does this man look like he'd like NTR'd his wife and fucking that's how he won? That's how he won. Like, you see the mom and it's like, okay. And then you see the dad where it's like, so is that grandpa? And it's like,
that's what I thought too when you first saw him.
And it's like, oh no, that is dad. Oh, it is weird. Dad's a big boy.
He reminds me of the guy that does the diabetes commercials. Diabetes. Diabetes. This show is so cute too. Oh.
Shikimori, Mori, whatever. The
Shikimori's the main girl, and then Izumi is her boyfriend. It's weird because there's points.
Izumi
is the main character.
Is the boyfriend, and then Shikimori is girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her character design, super cool, by the way. I like the little like glowy hair thing behind
it. I like their eyes. It's cool.
Oh yeah, because they do like that like no line. It just kind of bleeds out like a regular eye would.
Yeah. But man, every so often you get those ones where it's like, if she looked at me in disgust, I'd still be happy. Can you say
that's a quote? I am saving that.
Can you say I'm wrong?
Listen, that's a child.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow. Mr. Age is just a number over here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, she is very, very cool. What is that point when she puts her hair back? And I'm like, God damn. Like, God damn, boy.
Yui is my spirit animal. That's the blonde-haired
one.
Oh,
it kind of kicks it back.
Go, you got it. Yeah.
Well, I love when they're putting the bow in her hair, and she's like, take it out or I'll kill you. You'll be fine. She reminds me a lot of, what's her name? Aharen.
Yeah.
Kind of. God, these are just such good shows.
Mm-hmm. Izumi's friend, Inuzuka, that's just like Bakugo turned down what it is. Without a quirk. It's the same voice actor.
It is? Okay, I wondered if it was. It literally is such like, this is just fucking Bakugo, but he doesn't yell as much, but it's like, he even looks the fucking same.
Poor man, by the way. He has a rough day because the biggest like plot is Izumi has horrible luck. Like,
he's like Mariko-chan levels of like unlucky.
Yes.
Well, his mother does kind of start off with, make sure you don't trip on a rock or fall over in the grass or get hit by a car.
Yeah, and they literally give it a timer the moment he walks out. It's like 7 seconds. Fucking face plants.
Biffs it.
All right, gonna be like that, huh?
Well, he almost got fucking run over. Thank God Shikimori is there to save him, and it's like, God, I wish that were me.
Yeah, I think
she's got some superhuman powers. Some sort, dude.
I think one of the comments in like episode 2, down in like the comment section was like, man, nothing like living in a world that really wants to isekai you. And it's like, yeah, this dude's like wrong step away.
They're purposely leaving out in some info that makes you want more. Like Shikimori at one point, they show a sign of like, look out for falling objects on this steep cliff, and nothing happens. Like, oh, he's safe. Then a fucking like shop sign falls, almost hits him. It's a pretty big sign. Shikimori fucking like jump 360, kicks the sign, and I was like, good fucking job, woman. Like, you fucking show men who's boss.
Her brother's chill, by the way.
He's cool as fuck.
The big thing was going to be like, she's kind of like magical or like something weird, like outlandish stuff. And then you see like the chill brother where it's like, oh, she has a regular family. So she's just like kind of extra cool in this.
Was it just me or her brother remind you of that one male VTuber that does stuff with Connor a lot with the white hair? This guy just has red hair.
Oh, Aethel?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
He walked in, he said something like, kind of reminds me of Aethel. Just a little bit, but I don't know. It just God, she's so adorable though. When she's trying to pick out a dress, she's like, ooh, what's a good first date thing without trying too hard, but not trying too hard. And it's like, I pick this, and Izumi's like, damn, all I wore was this like hoodie.
Yeah, Izumi within the couple of episodes, like he gets hit in the face with a soccer ball. A sign almost
pretty
falls
fucking
on
hard.
him.
Like.
There's a couple of small ones, but he face plants and like if the paper hit him in the back, it's like whatever kind of thing. But
dude, Shikimori was just like, boom, and Izumi's like, how do you see that paper without looking? It's instinct at this point.
Yeah,
there's got to be something up. There's something up with it.
This man's luck is so bad. If he tried to have sex with Shikimori, he'd break his dick. It's like
No, he wouldn't break his dick. There'd be a hole in the condom.
I don't think he'd
she's
worry
perfect.
about
She's
that,
perfect
though.
wife material, though.
Yeah, that's why I said break his dick, because, like, he's got bad luck. Come on. Because they also do that weird dark thing where he's, like, laying down and you see the scar in his face. He's like, yeah, I've got scars all over my body from, like growing up, where it's like, oh, you just, like, have injuries that are severe enough that have left, like, bodily scars. And then they quickly transition to, it's like, well, maybe I will just stay in, like,
bed. It's like,
yeah,
oh, come on, that's my girl. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm just rooting for her. You know when you say, that's my boy? That's my fucking girl. Come on, get some. Let's go. I love how the mom's name is the same. Izumi.
I mean, it's the last name.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that it's...
Dumbass.
Leave me alone. But the same way, fuck you. They did have the sports tournament. I mean, speaking of like the soccer thing, I did love at one point, there's something going on between Kamiya, which is like the head like star player of the volleyball team, versus like Shikimori and her friend Nikozaki. Japanese.
I mean, Nico is...
Fuck you.
Well, Neko.
Neko, whatever. We'll go with Nico. Besides that, so Nekozaki and then Shikimori are on the same team, and they're facing up against Kamiya. And there's this whole weird dynamic of like, Kamiya, let me take a picture with you. Let me take a picture of holding your hand. It's like, what is up with this shit? Like, this is shit you would joke about, or that we would joke about in high school, not like, make it a little more realistic. Like, make it fun. Like, let me get a picture with you. Like, that's an Instagram thing, whatever. Hang on. I just had a thought. I got beef with the opening. Fuck the TikTok shit. Fuck you. Fuck everyone. They do the TikTok thing. It makes me mad. I'm like, get that shit out of here. I'm trying to have a good time. It reminded me of a shitty app. Sorry, I just had to say that. The volleyball tournament kind of threw me off. I mean, to be fair, Kamiya's whole team is fucking dog shit. Shikimori, I don't know. Maybe she's magical. Maybe she's reincarnated. Maybe she just time traveled back in time. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some plot point where either Izumi saved Shikimori as like kids, because there's that kind of like the opening theme kind of things you can kind of guess.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It's definitely like weird. Him being so unlucky is like weird. It almost levels of like Hanakawa weird, or Tanakawa, of like in that one where it's like, no, she's got some like weird shit going on with her that is like alluded to. Nothing is currently alluded with Izumi, but damn, does that boy have like, seems a little inherited, but mom just seems like a klutz, and this dude just seems like,
well, she's just handing the plate and then drops it, and then Shikimori's like, boom, I got it.
Yeah, and like that's where it's like, oh, she just seems like a klutz because she's only dropped 2 things compared to
him getting hurt all the
like
time.
A sign almost falling on him, where it's like, all right, well, that's very different from you. Just like
maybe maybe it was a sacrifice by his dad. Was like, if I can meet a dream woman, my kid will just probably die.
That'd be fucked.
I wanted to point out something because the voice actor for Yui looks familiar. She's doing a lot of shit this season. So she's doing Philo from Shield Hero, and then she's doing Yui from this show, and then she's also Kobachi, which was from Love is War. That's the girl we couldn't figure out the name of. And then she's also she's Haru, which is also from the other show I just talked about, Love After World Domination, on there. And she's also going to be in Komi Can't Communicate Season 2.
Oh, she's also in Tiger and Bunny Season 2.
Oh, that's right.
Which
I forgot Season 2 aired.
Right,
what is this woman not doing right now? Like, and then she's also recording stuff for
a slime movie.
The slime movie. It's like, okay, woman, I guess you just live at the studio.
Yeah.
This show was pretty good. What is it? Was it rated right at 7 point? I feel like an 8 would be, I don't know. Oh, you can even see the picture of the eyes. Those eyes. The hair, like the hairstyle, I love. Even though you have beautiful hair. It's like purple hair on him. Interesting choice. That's pretty cool. I mean, you can confirm that it is, her son. Now the dad, I don't know why he has to be so old. Why?
Yeah, it's strange, but
he's still in pretty good shape if he can tie up and Wii boxing with Shikimori.
Yeah. One of the things I do want to point out, because for whatever reason, between last season and this season, we've had 3 movie references. So last season, Dress Up Darling, the movie that they were watching was totally Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And then we have the Starship Troopers ending for Kaguya. Yeah.
And then this one's
And then
it.
it was it. It was basically what they went to go see, where it's like,
yeah, it was like,
okay.
Maybe they've just gotten a lot more lax with the copyright. I don't know. Heaven forbid you do anything.
Like, oh, we're going to see the red balloon. And then you like see part of the clip from it. And it's like, that's Pennywise.
Dude, I love how he tries to be a man. He's like, when she gets scared, I'll grab her hand and be the big boy. And then he almost throws up and she grabs his hand. I'm like, God damn it, dude. You don't know what you got. You better take care of that woman to the end of time or till you die in about like 10 minutes. Heaven forbid she's not with him.
This man lost his wallet twice in a week.
Well, he lost his wallet. Then the other time it's like, oh, I had my wallet tied. Oh, it broke. Like, why was your wallet not in your pocket? Like,
it's bad.
Oh, you know what I just thought of? What if, hear me out, she was about to die as a child, but he was kind to her and all of her bad juju about dying passed off to him. So he just has bad luck for life, but she gets to live. Maybe that's the deal from God.
That's a bit crazy.
Listen, it's not out of the question. Fucking Platinum Ends just killed everyone at the end. How is this getting crazier, Justice? Huh? It's going to be the Always Sunny meme. I'm going to point all the fucking... Everything's going to be connected.
I don't know.
God, these two are almost together as much as the Aharen-san wa Hakarenai.
Karani?
Karini?
No. Hakarenai.
Oh, look at me. I speak Japanese.
You were learning too. You just like stopped applying the same principles. But Aharen-san is like
adorable.
Yeah. One of the things I appreciate between Kaguya, Shikimori, and Aharen is they're all 3 rom-coms. All 3 of them have distinct enough art styles that
even
it's
the one
like,
that I'm watching is its own thing too.
Mm-hmm.
They're all like different type of plots.
A blandness to it.
Well, in this one, the background characters definitely not enough budget left for them.
Yeah, but they're not the focus.
Fuck them on there. God, it's just so. Why I keep saying it's adorable, but like Aharen, her character, the first thing when I saw her I was like, Kana. Wait, is this the same voice actress for Kana? Oh, hold the phone. I gotta find out something here. Oh, it's Rem's voice actress.
Yeah,
which is also Amelia's voice actress because they're the same voice actress, don't they?
No.
I thought they both had the same voice actress.
Ray does. It's Amelia and your favorite little exploding.
Oh, Megan, that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, she did Itsuki. I'm trying to figure out like did they have this. Okay, so I guess it's not Kana's voice actress. I don't know. All I gotta say is like when I first saw Aharen, I just thought like this is Kana. This is if Kana was a normal person going to school on there.
Mm-hmm.
But God, our boy Rido, I think is how you say his name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make all the friends in the school. I'm gonna make friends with the girl next to me. Oh, she just sat down. Fuck, what was her name? What's your name?
I like how he doesn't even notice that she's like physically speaking, where it's like, I'm pretty sure I saw a lip slapping there.
Yeah, like,
they're small. Like you might as well be like this.
Well, then he tries to take up lip reading, and it's the same problem. Like, oh, her lips barely move at all. This was a waste. Well, on to our next mode of talking. Let's try bow message, smoke signal, telepathy.
Hawk.
Oh yeah, the
delivery.
carrier pigeon on there. It's like, does this boy really just go to school with all this shit just to try and talk?
Who let this man enter the building
with a bow and arrow and a hawk to communicate?
Yeah, it's good. Like I was cracking up a lot of the like quick visual gags, like these stuffed animal prizes that they won, where it's
yeah.
oh, what's he gonna do with it? And he like lines them around his pillow, and it's
And
like,
he's
oh
laying
god,
there.
I wasn't expecting that.
I love immediate when his sister's like, oh, you got a whole bunch. Can I have them? No.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that shit's my brother. Be like, you want this? No, fuck you. This is a gift on there. But it's like so funny. It's like, oh, she was eyeballing the angle of it, which she had her face on. The first comment I wrote that in my notes on that when they were going through that, I was like, I've seen enough of Connor's videos. Just ask the staff for help. I've seen enough crane games from Connor.
Yeah, it's like you could tell she had been there a lot. She goes, and then
Let's
they get
pull
her
up
a
a
stool.
stool.
Not
like-
only does she get a stool, that man stays on one knee, like, yes, your highness, for a moment.
Moment on
like,
there
a
while
hot
she's doing the
moment.
crane.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
It's like
I guess.
she might be here a little too much on there.
Mm-hmm. And I like that the show does both quick wit kind of like gags and visual gags. Sometimes there are those shows that rely too much on one or the other.
This is pretty balanced.
Mm-hmm. Because like episode 3 has the zipper.
Yep.
And it's like
She notices his zipper is down, and she's trying to tell him. And he's like, he doesn't understand. It's like, who wants to volunteer for the math problem? She's like, pick me. And then she even draws his zipper, and then, I wonder what that drawing is of. And then he goes to the bathroom, and he still doesn't have a zipper up.
Yeah, and you see him like look in the reflection because she's basically like, here, let me walk in front of you. And he sees in the reflection and he's like, oh, thinks it's something else and still doesn't realize his zipper's down. Or it's like, oh, you cut your hair. And it's like, no, why are you an idiot?
Well, it's funnier is the next episode, they do cut their hair.
Well, yeah.
God, the show is just so good. Like, even one of my favorite parts is when they're, it's just so adorable. It's like, oh, we can share a textbook. And she's like way up against his arm. But then later on, he gets close to try and talk to her. It's like, too close. He's like, she literally gets closer than that to me. What is the problem here? And there's just, you're tired. You want to take a nap? Lays on his lap, on her back. And it's like, oh, it's so fucking adorable. So, how's no one in the class noticed this shit? Because she even has that problem where some of our friends have had this problem. Mainly people that sit behind me because I was in high school. I mean, I was tall and not, fat. I was more big at that point rather than now, which I'm fat. It's like, I can't see past you, Matt. I'm like, okay, I guess we'll just have to switch seats because I'm too tall to sit in front of this person.
Yeah. I don't know how big she's supposed to be because she's very tiny.
Yeah, she is like child size on there.
Yeah. Well, look, at some point, it's really hard to gauge perspectives because it's clear that he's tall. Like, he looks like he's almost 6 feet. And then her friend is like 6'2". Like,
oh yeah, when she shows up, she's tall. Like, hang on, I'm trying to get to the wiki. Let's see how tall she is. Oh, I don't think this is gonna tell me because it's the actual the Wikipedia. Here you go, fandom wiki. I just you want to place your bets before I look it up?
Slightly under 5 feet, maybe like 4'8".
The fan wiki does not have it, but literally there's a picture of one of the manga, and she's sitting on his shoulder. Her chest barely goes above his head. She can't be that big. She's got to be like 4 foot something at most.
Mm-hmm.
And then her friend, Mitsuki, or Oshira.
Okay, I have it here.
You do?
Yes. So
4'5".
I have all 3 of their heights.
Oh, you do? Okay, so he's obviously the tallest because he's slightly taller than her. He's got to be like 5'7".
Okay.
And then she has to be like 5'5". And then Aharen has to be like 4'6".
Well, you're already wrong-ish. So you got 2 spot on and
really?
1 wrong.
Oh, let's fucking go. Who was that right? I was right on Raido, wasn't I? Raido? Raido, was that right?
Yeah, you were right on Aharen and Raido, but Mitsuki is taller than him. And
There's literally scenes where she's right next to him and they're like the same height. Unless that was just like a whole...
That was just like a wrong perspective thing. Because if you remember when they first like introduce her, they like open the door and she's above him.
But I thought that was just like a dramatic like thing.
No,
and then
she's 6 feet tall.
Ah, that my kind of woman. Let's go.
Yeah. So
6 foot gang represent.
Fucking losers.
Wow.
How's the weather up there?
I can't hear you. What was that? What was that,
I
Justus?
hope it's stuffy.
Wow.
Fuckers.
Can't hear over the smell of my gas in your face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, during a fire, I'm lowered to the ground. Less smoke. Fuck you, bitch. How about that? Burn your apartment down.
If only Asumi was here to see that. Oh. Reference, callback.
Yeah, so she's 6 foot, he's 5'7", and Aharen is 4'6".
That's tiny. 4'6".
4'6" is tiny, but still within the realm of reasonable. Because, like,
I guess in Japan it's reasonable. I mean, here that's itty bitty.
Yeah, but even during high school, because they're all supposed to be 15, we totally knew chicks in high school that were like max 4'9". So if you just think 3 inches less than that.
I'm trying to think of who's the shortest person I knew in high school. Nora?
There was one that was shorter than her, which was Nora's friend, the one that had the long brown hair that like did a bunch of like artsy shit.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she
was
was
the same height.
Huh?
No,
they were shorter.
She was probably 4. She probably was 4'6". She was itty bitty.
Yeah, like even my sister at 15, 16, she's 5'4". She's never getting any dollar.
That's like a whole foot though. Like that's. I guess in the world of Japan, it wouldn't be out of the question.
Yeah, I mean, look, even within the realm of the U.S., that's like.
I guess we're good. A little too caught up in that. I just love it every time they share their God. When she's so tired, it's like, why are you so tired? I made you a bento box. It's like, just get married, please.
Yeah, one of the things I did find kind of interesting was just how quick and willing he was to like
accept everything she does.
Yeah, like you would think that there'd be like a progression of that, but like she gets here within the first episode, and it's like, well, that's just a standard thing, and he's now okay with it. And it's like,
you know what really made me mad about that? These episodes. At one point, I don't remember when it was. He's like, she doesn't have too much emotion on his face. He's like, bitch, it's a pot calling the kettle black. You have like 2 emotions on your face.
He's like, smile at her, and then still stone faces, and it's like
the hair episode was pretty funny because for a while he's talking about she needs a haircut, and I was just thinking like, did I miss like? Is his hair always been like that? Like I had that moment where I'm doubting in my head. I'm like, it's the same shape.
Man got Goku hair.
They just went into the computer, did like ×2, and his hair went like, poof, but it's like the same shape, which is why I doubted myself. I was like, wait a minute, his hair is like that. And then when they're cutting his hair, he's like, she might make me go bald.
Yeah.
She thought about it.
Yeah, I do like the joke where it's like, I thought about it.
I thought about it, but Aharen would be angry with me.
Snip, snip. It's like, I smell bloodlust. It's like, okay. And
trust your hairstylist, kids.
Also, who the fuck has bedhead that's like
straight up?
Yeah, she turned into a troll doll.
Yeah. Why was she waving her hair? Oh, because she wanted to see.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, not her hair. Maybe she's
which, by the way, is his first initial reaction. Man's great at jumping to conclusions and being very wrong.
Maybe she was in a heavy metal band.
Yeah, it's like, what? What do you mean?
But then when she's going like this, I mean, the stuff adds up. Our boy's not smart. What do you want from him?
Average height of a Japanese woman is 5'2", by the way.
What?
I mean, the U.S. isn't much better. We're 5'4", so only 2 inches.
Fucking wreck Japan. Boom, boom. Superpower.
Yeah, whatever. So being 4'6", like that's still within the realm of like reasonable.
God, it's just it just seems fine. I mean, whatever. I guess I'll deal with it.
Look,
she just looks so much smaller than everyone else.
Between the average height of like a man in the U.S., you are above average. Like,
am I?
Yes.
What's the average height of a man in America?
5'8".
Average
5'7" to 5'8"
of man in U.S.
5'9".
Yeah, look, 6 foot.
No, it says 5'9" right there.
Don't be lying. It says 6 foot. No one's gonna believe him.
Bitch, I'll edit this and put in this
Oh,
screenshot.
he's doing it.
No,
Oh, now he's not going to edit it up.
I'll put it in the thumbnail.
This week's going to have a super high quality thumbnail.
Yeah, because Matt said he's going to do it.
Wow.
I mean, he did.
I said if they keep in it, we'll get into it.
But the show is very good. I'm excited to see more.
I'm excited to see all these shows.
Wondering
All these shows are so good.
Yeah, I am kind of wondering where this one's going to go because it's...
I mean, if she's like praying away an umbrella, I mean, it can go anywhere.
Yes. I'm wondering, does this get more like romantic?
I think
because right now it's like comedy, but like
I think it's gonna take a Tanakawa over the moon thing where it's like we have all these funny skits. Maybe for Tanakawa was more romantic on there, but I feel like that's eventually gonna turn into, hey, episode 6, we're not friends anymore. We're like maybe we want to date because to be fair, Aharen's backstory is a little sad because like no one ever wanted to be friends with me because they couldn't hear me because I don't talk very loud.
Yeah, and if they got close, she got attached too quickly, and it put people off.
I feel like there's a lot more rom-coms now that show more social anxiety than they used to before. Like, think about rom-coms before. It was all like, boy loves girl. That's the story. Now it's like, this person has a lot of trouble talking, and now there's more roles of, like, girls taking charge versus boys taking charge. And it's like, listen, Japan, you got to get that birth rate up. Got to be clapping something. Ain't them hands. That's all I got for this week. There wasn't any big anime news. Hopefully, by the time this airs, we'll be recording stuff that day. And hopefully the following week, we have some new stuff for you. That's the plan.
That is the current plan, yes.
Yep. The current plan is at least 10 new things for you.
That wasn't the plan.
Nope. The plans have changed. Pray God, I fucked that up. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.